Hi everybody, and welcome to GGGaming Gone Mad. It's Thursday night. It's 8:15, which has become our regular starting time. And looking forward to a great show. There's not a lot of sort of international rugby type stuff that we've had over the last few weeks, but we do have Champions Cup rugby. There's some Euros soccer. But mostly, actually, on this show, I want to talk to Gary about the likelihood of me cashing in this week's poker tournament that GGGaming are sponsoring me into. And I'll also update you on the horse racing syndicate. And no doubt we'll have a couple of competitions for the boys as well. But let's first welcome Gary to the show. Gary, good to have you on the show. I believe you're still down in Cape Town.
Yeah, Brent, I was going to come up early tomorrow. By the way, how are you?
Hello, I'm good, man. I'm good. I went for a jog this evening, and I started cramping after 3.5 Ks. Genuine cramps. My hamstrings went, and I've got this raspy voice now. I'm buggered, eh?
Let me be honest with you, right? When you said genuine, right, everybody believed you pulled a hamstring. Everybody believed you got a sore throat. Nobody believed you ran 3.5 Ks. We all thought it happened after about 700 yards. That was the only thing we need confirmation on. But I'll take you on your word that you went 3.5 Ks. I mean, if you say so, that's okay. How did you get back? Or were you running around in circles?
Yeah, I sort of ran 2.5 Ks one way and then was going to run 2.5 Ks the other way. I ran about a K, and I walked the last 1.5 kilometers. I was absolutely buggered. Put it this way, I hope the horses we bind for the Good for the Game syndicate have got a bit more form than me when it comes to running.
Don't worry, they definitely will. You know what I'm saying? We're not even going to call them anything related to Brent. But yeah, just to get back to my side, Brent, all good. You know what I'm saying? We go into a real quiet sort of sport weekend this week, don't we? You know what I'm saying? This weekend, no rugby of any real consequence. The soccer's all this crap that comes from these Euro qualifiers. There's no cricket to talk about. There's very little. There's some good horse racing today. 2 champions came back, Celtic Sea and Awam, and they both won like champions. And Awam stamped himself as a champion, and went down to the start like a little lamb, and he went into the stores brilliant. And all credit to the cock and the people around him for putting him for getting him to this right frame of mind. And he'll win everything that he contests this season. There's no doubt about that, So that was promising. But yeah, from a punting perspective, I think that the focus is definitely going to be on the poker, Brent. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. That's what the whole world's talking about. You and the poker. You guys called Logan Paul and KSI. Did you hear about those?
Yes, that YouTube fight.
You like the Logan Paul of poker now, So let's hope that you come and you put up a performance that everybody's proud of. I mean, I'm gonna not even give a challenge. I'm gonna say, who's ever taken a share or committed to a share in the horse, right, Brent?
Yes.
You get into the top 3, but they have to have committed already, right?
Yes.
If you get into the top 3, I'm going to give them the shares that they asked for, and they don't have to pay for them. Okay,
100%. There are quite a few guys who've come in already, and maybe Gary, just to touch on that, we've had a nice interest so far. What's the timing? A couple of guys have asked me what the timing is. I imagine we want to get this thing put together pretty quickly because the horses are already in training.
Yeah, so I think let's give them till the end of the week to commit.
Right.
End of next week.
End of next week, perfect.
No problem. They can pay me by the end of December. I mean, guys might want to use their bonus or whatever the case might be. We're really supporting responsible gambling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? To buy racehorses. But if they want to pay me at the end of December, I have no drama with that at all, Brent. As long as they commit and there you go. And that's fine. They can pay at the end of the year. I've got no drama with that,
Excellent. Great. Well, I can tell you what, the excitement is building. We're all looking forward to it. I had a long chat last night with Chris Sturdy, my partner there at Good for the Game, and I haven't seen him this excited about horse racing for years as well. So it's going to be great. It's going to have the desired effect of getting the guys, giving us some good fun. I mean, that's ultimately the goal people must come in with. If you happen to make money out of it, great. If you don't, the most important thing at the end of the day is we're here to have a good time. And hopefully, we do enjoy it and we continue with the syndicate, keep going. That'll be the idea.
Of course, that is the plan. But one thing for sure, the first time the first one runs, we're all going to go to the races and win, lose or draw. We'll all go to Perino afterwards or before and have a couple of ales there and some prawns and have a lot of fun. That's the truth, Brent, and that's what it's going to be about,
Excellent. Hey, Gary, before we chat further on the poker as well, I wanted to ask you about this Mzansi Cricket League because I haven't watched anything of it. My questions to you twofold. I mean, has there been any betting interest? I see 1 or 2 of the guys, on our website will chat about it, but I would have to say that the interest in the betting looks pretty low. And guys are telling me that there's a lot of out of shape looking cricketers playing there. Have you seen any of it?
And I looked in the mirror this morning. I saw an out of shape cricketer, but I'm gonna tell you about my weight loss. Well, we're gonna go to that now. But we laid one big bet which arrived safely. But other than that, there's been a huge amount of volumes of bets, Brent. So, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know why in this country, administration continue to flog dead horses, Brent. I just don't understand that. You know, good money after bad, non-stop in everything. Not in sport, but in all these administrations, and sport in particular, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not being a Graham jockey or whatever, what's his name, whatever it is, you know? And I mean, I'm not pointing fingers, right? But my advice to the administration would be, if something doesn't work and the players don't want it, the public don't want it, the TV broadcasters don't want it, give it a miss. Look for something else people want. Am I right, Brent?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I mean, as you say, flogging a dead horse. I mean, I'd hate to know how much some of these cricketers like Gale and that are costing to bring in. And it just doesn't, you know, the way it's done, and it just doesn't grab the imagination. And yeah, very, very disappointing, I must say. I've got absolutely no betting interest in that. One thing I did see today of interest, and I never got, for the first time ever, I never got a bet on the Nedbank Challenge, Gary. And I want to tell you that my interest in that has waned quite a bit as well. But I did a bit of reading last night, and I must say I was meant to wake up and back Louis Oosthuizen at about the 8-9 to 1 mark, and I never got on. I see he leads by 3 shots now. He's 9-10.
Yeah, I heard an interesting story today. I mean, it might be all over the news, and I'm just telling a story that everybody knows. But apparently he was in hospital last night, Brent. Did you know that?
I didn't, but one of the comments then on the sports report tonight when I was driving home, the guy said so much for being under the weather, and then he listed, so I figured there must have been something. So he was actually in hospital.
He was in hospital with a kidney stone. Right?
Wow.
And he passed the stone himself, right?
Yes.
And then he pegged it up today and went around and shot 63. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it goes back to what was that old Edward? What was it called? Them fire stones, you know? But so good for him. I mean, that was a pretty impressive start. He was my pick the whole time. I don't know if we discussed it on the show or not last week. You know what I'm saying? But he was my pick. The interest has waned for a simple reason, Brent. They've lost their complete structure. It was the only tournament in the world that had a limited field. For certain reasons, they had to go and join the European Tour and everything, right? But let's go through the facts here. It's the biggest prize money on the European Tour for the winner. I think the winner gets $2.5 million US.
2.5 million.
2.5 million US. They've got, let's be honest, no, I'm not taking it. The golfers that are here are all great golfers in their own right, but they have no need. That's the honest truth. You know what I mean? There's no Justin Rose. There's no McIlroy. There's no.
Well, I think the top ranked golfer I was reading is Tommy Fleetwood, and he's ranked 18 in the world. So you've got the richest event on the European Tour, and you can't attract a player from sort of inside the top 15 in the world. You know, and it really annoys me, Gary. I mean, I sound like a moaning old man now, but when they call this Africa's major, please don't use the word major at the moment when you don't have a player with in the top 15 in the world there.
Exactly. And I mean, the fact of the matter is that, I mean, I'm one of the biggest fans. I'm out of millions of fans around the world. I'm just one of them. But I'm such a big fan of Ernie Els. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if you have to rely on Ernie to bring the people there, something's wrong. And again, the administrators have to look at it. I'll tell you what, I'll go as far as this, Brent. You go look at their advert, right? The advert that they run on TV all the time, right?
Yes.
Who do they have on the advert? They have Danny Willett, never arrived. They have Sergio Garcia, was never ever coming. So even the people on the advert didn't even come. They need to start doing their homework, you know what I mean? And do it properly or move away from the European Tour. Stop flogging a dead horse, as we've discussed before, and go back to the old format that works so well, that people love that, Brent. Because before, I remember going there, used to get the shirt with the sun, you know what I mean? The Nedbank Golf Challenge, everybody wanted one. You use the legends that have played in that tournament. You can't forget about them. But, you know, it started off Nicholas. I think Palmer was there. Definitely Gary Player.
There was a seniors event in the first one. Palmer, Johnny Miller won the first one. He beat Sevi in a playoff. Yeah, I mean, it was quality.
Sevi's won it. I mean, Tiger's been there. I mean, Nicky Price. It just goes back to Mickelson, David Duval when he was at his best, Jim Furyk. The list goes on and on and on. Latherbal. You know what I mean? Like I said, it just goes on and on. And I mean, now you can't expect people to get excited, to be honest with you. I don't want to mention names, you know what I mean? But you're not going to get excited with these guys, you know what I'm saying? The European Tour as a whole is not as exciting player perspective-wise as a PGA. Let's be honest, you know what I mean? This is no different. I'm not just only criticizing this event, because if you go back and look at the events, not the Turkish Open, that was well attended. But if you go look at a lot of the events that take place, This is the fields that they get, Brent. This is a standard European tour event. And people, they don't want to come to Sun City. So stop flogging a dead horse, you know what I mean, and move on. And the thing is this, in the old days, one of the problems, I guess, is in the old days, $1 million first prize was massive. Now,
Yes.
how much can you give a golfer like Tiger Woods financially or Kupka or McIlroy to turn them on? There is no number. Hey? That's the truth.
I mean, that's it. For them to travel for South Africa, even though there's big money and they'll get appearance fees or whatever it is, they've got so much money. And you get to the point where it's not that they won't play. I mean, they won't do anything without money. But the fact is, I mean, why go to all that hassle of going to South Africa and the flights and all of that? It's just, it's just not necessary. So a bit of a disappointing tournament. I mean, Gary, can you see Louis losing from here? I mean, he's odds on after one round.
No. He is that they're looking for a little bit of even money in 11 to 10. I must be honest. I was one of the people that did take the 8-1, the 9-1. He was my first pick and anything. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that of course he can get beaten. It's a golf course that can eat you up very quickly, Brent. That is the truth. But he just really looked in control today. One of the finest rounds of golf I've seen. Let's jump onto something positive. You know what I'm saying? I want to give. I didn't know that it was this guy. I saw him on that TV show, and I always forget the guy's name, the host's name, whatever it is. The guy talking about that I saw was that John Define de Jager, right?
Yes.
Player and he captained our Davis Cup team. He's the guy that's bringing out Federer and Nadal.
Right.
Now, think about this. Never mind Tiger Woods. Okay, Tiger Woods stands up with him. But besides Tiger Woods, there's nobody else that plays golf anymore. Maybe McIlroy. Yeah, McIlroy, that is nearly the power and the importance in sport as Nadal and Federer. You know what I'm saying? And the Jagers managed to bring them both here. They're going to play up the road from here. I look at the stadium out of my back window. They're going to be playing there in February. You can't get tickets for love or money, Brent. That's the truth. They sold out after 2 minutes. It's in February. But I'm going to say this. I am definitely giving away at least one full hospitality ticket to the tennis.
To the tennis. Well, that will be great because that'll be in big demand, eh?
And I'm going to throw in a flight and I'm going to throw in dinner at the restaurant down the road from me, the Butcher Shop, one of my favorite steakhouses in the whole world. I'm going to throw it all in. But I'm going to say this. To qualify, you have to have spent 1,000 Rand. Let's make it more. You have to have spent 5,000 Rand, win, lose or draw, between now and the 31st of January when we run the competition, Brent. Everybody that's done that, we're going to have like a competition which is just a total random competition. You know what I'm saying? And the people that get there, I mean, and if I'm in a really good mood, I might give away 2 tickets. You know what I'm saying? But 1 ticket I'm guaranteeing. So that's something positive, something really good that's happening. But just to touch back on the golf, I mean, isn't it now a position where wait and see what happens tomorrow? Rather have a couple of bets on the 3 balls, see what happens. And if you miss the boat and Louis 4-10 on Saturday morning stiff, and if he drifts to 2-1, you'll be happy you never got involved. But I don't think he's a betting prop. I think he'll win it, and I think he'll win it well. But I don't believe he's the betting proposition at this stage.
Excellent, yeah. And as you say, Gary, you picked the right weekend for the poker, and certainly for me to come up with the poker, because there's not going to be any sports betting to distract me. I'm doing 100% focused on the game. Now, I did a bit of research. Tournament that you put him in there last year, there were 204 entries. Mm-hmm. And the first prize was a guy called Henny Appel, and he won 383,500. That was the first prize in the poker. So I think we must do 2 things. One, we did say last week that all the guys who watch the show tonight would essentially qualify for a third if I cash, which, let's face it, we can talk now in a minute about the odds of that. But if I cash, there will be a third for the guys. And I think what we should do is run a little competition, though, as to where I'm going to finish in this tournament.
Okay,
and,
so
and then the entry of the competition will automatically qualify you for the third. You know, that'll be your entry into that. But obviously, we'll have a prize for the winner or the person who can get my position correct.
Okay, so let's go like this. Let's go top 10. We're going to give categories, all right, Brent? So
okay.
Will Brent finish position 1 to 10? Will he finish from 11 to 30? Is category 2. 51 to 50 is the next category. 51 to 70 is the next category. 71 to 100 is the next category. 101 to 125, the next one. 126 to 150, the next one. And worse than 150. And I'm not sure if we're going to get more than 150 there. There's such demand for the other tournaments. I'm sure we will. But that's where we are. You're getting your buy-in All right, you're getting your buy-in. Plus, they must know you are getting an extra bullet, Brent. It's a
Yes,
73.
yes.
So those of you that want to come 5,500 gets you in, and another 4,500 gets you what we call a lifeline, which you can use at any stage. You can sit down and use it. You can wait till you're knocked out and use it. You can wait until the end of level, I think 15, and use it then. It's pretty strategic. I've got my advice, what I will tell you to do with it, Brent, which I will do now. But you getting both. But anybody that wants to come, I mean, what an opportunity to meet you, Brent. I think anybody that's watching should come there. I'm sure you're going to be there signing autographs. I mustn't expect you to be doing that when you're at the final table on Sunday, you know. Nice top there, Donovan. I want to talk about that top as well when we finish there, because we spoke about Nadal and Federer. I want to go back to Donovan's top. If Donovan can come put up another prediction there. These oaks, they're nasty, Brent. But, you know, so come along to Emperors, and you know what I mean? You'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a 1-40 shot. If I put back any 1-40 shot in the history of punting, Oracle got on at 150 and more.
Let me tell you, Oracle, my previous form in tournaments, I played the All Africa Poker in 2009. I was 103rd out of 108. And then there was that tournament with Neil Andrews we spoke about last week, I think, Gary, where I was the second person out in the freeze out. So I mean, Oracle could be on the money there. Obviously, we might get it. Let's decide what are the guys going to be playing for here if they get it right, and obviously we'll just split it if there's more than one winner, because there could be with the range.
We're going to do, and now this is going to punish poor Oracle, right? We're going to start off at only, and this is to split, right? At 150 and above, it's 500 rand.
Okay.
And then every level that you go down or go up, however you want to call it, the next level, right? We're going to go 500, 750, 1,000, 1,500, 2.5, 5,000, and 10,000, depending on if we fit them all in, okay? So that's what it is. I mean, it's like a handicap. The bigger the bigger the rewards, right, Brent?
Right. So Oracle, you're probably going to win 500. That's the reality. But if one of the guys who go for me to finish 31 to 50, they might win 10,000, for example. We'll work that out. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's
okay. That'll of course be betting vouchers. Yes, we've got a lot of entries. Let's see if anyone's. I mean, I don't see any. Hold on. This I liked. There's a man, and he's got a record of winning the big vouchers.
Yeah. Exactly. What happened to the Liverpool shirt? I wanted to show you there.
Okay, let's bring it up. Go back up here. It's Donovan, I think it was.
There you go. So what I've got for Donovan, right, is apparently one of the ladies that work for me, the people that phoned in would have spoken to her, Nicolette. Her boyfriend runs a restaurant in town here. I'm not going to give the name this week, but apparently the person that's eating supper there tonight is Jurgen Klopp. And we've given him 2 GGGaming shirts to sign. Whether he does it or not, I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I bring 2 lovely GGGaming white shirts to sign. If he does, we'll definitely be having one in for a competition next week. And I think we should limit it to only to Liverpool supporters. I mean, the last thing we want is a Man United supporter to win it and then go burn it, you know what I mean, in Santon Square. So, yeah, that's not a bad idea, you know?
Yes, start as late as possible.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the Liverpool supporters are going to be playing for something next week, and we got a lot of them on the show. I mean, Sean, Vin Naidu, they all big Liverpool supporters.
Only if he signs it. It won't help much if he doesn't sign it.
Yes.
Any picture club? I don't know. I've got a picture with the guy that is going now. We'll see. Let me see what comes through tomorrow morning. I'll find out and let you know. I mean, I'm just trying to think how long it's going to take my wife to ignore the fact that my dog's barking here during the show, right? She's just pretending she can't hear it from the room next door, right? I'm trying to work out how long it can take for her patience to wear out, and then she'll come and do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's see how we go. Like I said, he hasn't signed it yet, but we have given it us there. Yeah, exactly. But you know what I mean? Maybe you should burn your season tickets next season, Robert. Robert, you won't be watching the Premier League. But but I mean, that's all good. I mean, these are all things that keep the world of sport fun. Am I right, Brent? Like we said, there wasn't much sport to punt on, but you know, we've been on the show for 20 minutes and we've had a little bit of fun here. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, yeah.
And yeah, so I'm looking forward to the poker. I really am. I'm looking forward to the golf. Yeah, but I mean, the other things we've touched on, yeah, a little bit disappointing. This cricket, whatever they call it, the Nancy League, whatever. I went for physio. I broke a metatarsal or sarsal or whatever it is. It's an injury. I didn't do it the same way, but it's an injury that Rooney and Beckham always suffered with on their feet, and it's just debilitating. I haven't been able to walk the whole week. I had to buy a boot. The company made me put the money in an account first before they would deliver the boot. That was on Monday, and there's still no effing boot. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go back for physio today, and the physio where I go is Renee, and she was a Springbok physio. You know what I'm saying? And I bumped into her from the first time since they got back and everything, and obviously she's excited and cock-a-hoop and everything, and looking fantastic, I might add. So they're all back and everything, and then it was all good news. I don't know why I'm telling you about the physio, but then the actual physio that worked on me today, she got a promotion from the province Currie Cup side to the Stormers Super Rugby side. You know, they're in full training already. Can you believe it, Brent?
It's interesting. I mean, I see New Zealand have named their squads. We've actually had a little bit of talk about it. I don't think there's any odds out yet on the outright betting for Super Rugby, but the fever. I mean, the World Cup's just finished, but we're already, of course, us punters looking at the squads, trying to figure out where. I mean, just as a matter of interest, a few guys saying the Chiefs are going to be big runners this year. They seem to have named quite a good squad. The Crusaders, obviously. Of course, I'm always got a soft spot for the Blues, but I certainly won't be rushing to back them. But that's great, and I mean, it's nice. I mean, Gary, we're going to get a bit of inside info from your physio there, hey?
No, for sure. Look, they've got such a good big squad, and apparently, according to, they're all also really confident there. I mean, who did they lose out of their Springbok? They're going to lose Esterbeth, and they lose Delendi, I think. I think everybody else they retain, Brent? And I mean, let's be honest, they one of the sides that, flattered to deceive along with the Sharks, Brent? You look at the squad. But I'll say this, whenever I look at the squad, and every season everybody tells me how great the Sharks are going to be and this and that, and I look at the squads and I don't get that turned on by the Sharks squad. I haven't for years, Brent? Whereas you look at the squad and you think, hold on, if that clicks, they can really go places, but the Sharks side, it doesn't look like that, you know what I mean? There's a father that used to coach them and his family. Who else did they really have? You know what I'm saying? Everybody there had the same surname, let's see. I just think that the South African sides are probably a little bit thin, aren't they, Brent? I'll go back to my point. I think that South Africa should have and can have more than 3 Super Rugby teams if they really want to compete.
Well, the thing is, we're losing a lot of players as well. And I think New Zealand are losing some players as well. Obviously, a lot of players moving on. But New Zealand just seem to have so much depth coming through. So I'm almost prepared to write the Aussie teams off next year, Gary. I don't think they're going to be factors in Super Rugby. I do think maybe, the South African, the way the conference system works, there's obviously going to be South African team and, for that matter, an Australian team in the playoffs there. But I don't think we have to really look further, probably, than the New Zealand teams for our winner.
If they went, Brent, let's say they went like this. You hear me out here. 1 Argentinian side, right? 2 is probably right. 2, I hope he doesn't hurt his ankle. He's got to go for physio, right? Promise he won't walk for 6 months. So let's say they went 1 Aussie, 1 Argentinian, 2 Aussie, 3 South African, 4 New Zealanders, right? 10 teams. That would balance the books. And I mean, this tournament did start off as Super 10. You know what I'm saying, Brent? And saw the best strength against strength, you know what I'm saying? And, you put 10 people in a nice round-robin tournament and the top 4 go through. Like I said, to me, the tournament that has it perfect. And I think, they only have 8 teams. But the RPL is so good, Brent? Even the way they qualify for the final, that the top 2 play each other, the one's guaranteed a spot, the other one goes into a semi-final against the third and the fourth. Brilliant, you know what I'm saying? I just think that the RPL has, that size tournament under control. I just think rugby, the administration, just a little bit lost right now. You know what I'm saying? I just think they don't really have the TV referee that much under control either, Brent? You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an example. I'm sorry to bore everybody out there, but I just want to give a stupid example, right? Let's go back to the semi-final when England played New Zealand.
Yes.
The line-out, England won the line-out. It turned into a maul and everything, and they went, and the scrum-off scored a great try, and then they went upstairs.
Yes.
Happened to see the knock-on, which was it. I saw the knock. I must be honest. I knew something happened before they even went upstairs. I don't know what it was, but I knew something was wrong there. But my point to you is this. 9 times out of 10, that's going to happen where you can't see it. It probably happens all day in rucks, you know what I'm saying, more. But my question to you is this. I agree it was a knock-on. I agree it should have been called back. But can you tell me with all certainty that ball was thrown into the line out straight.
Yeah.
It's
That's
not
it. I mean,
possible to throw a ball exactly straight. Am I right, Brent?
yeah. No, I've always said with rugby, Gary, as well. I mean, if you really want to, you can find an infringement at every maul, at every ruck. The consistency is just not there. I mean, it can be really frustrating. I mean, I must say, I thought at the end of the day, the officiating in the World Cup, come the playoffs, was as good as it could have been, you know. But yeah, it's just, it is. The game's in a little bit of a mess. There's no doubt about that. See, the boys are now. Looks like he uses his wife's account here. Pierre van Niekerk has come on, and he's also gone 150 plus. He says he doesn't want Oracle getting the whole $500.
Right, so far they're going to get 250 each. I don't think that's going to. I'll be honest with you, Brent. I'm not saying top 10. No. Somewhere between. I'm obviously going to coach you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And give you a few hints. And I'm going to tell you what I think you should do now. This is just wait. Let me just. I'm going to, just need to. So what I do is I answer the phone. I don't put it on speaker, and I hope that the guy that's phoned, I just hears that I'm on a TV show. Never, I'm on a TV show. I'll phone you back in 2 minutes. So let me tell you what my strategy would be, Brent. Sit down, get yourself a drink, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Just feel your way in. Don't play. That's 100% sure. VAR and the EPL is a disgrace. But sit down, feel your way in and everything. Don't get involved in hands. Play premium hands. A blind, you've got so many chips, Brent. Just sit down for an hour. Don't get involved. I'm pretty sure we're giving a free dinner tomorrow night. Go to dinner. Come back from dinner. Make sure you've got 90% of your chips. And then use your extra buy-in then. The fault everybody else makes, they're so negative. They think, I've got this lifeline. And they put it in their pocket and say, right, if I get knocked out, at least I've got another chance. First of all, your mindset is all wrong, right? You're starting to think, if I get knocked out, don't even think about that, right? And let's go through it. Let's say you're one of the few people to use your lifeline, and you do lose your chips to somebody else who hasn't. You're in the same position as if you used your lifeline there. Am I right?
Yes, no, for sure.
Yet now you're sitting there with so much confidence because everybody's sitting on 100,000 chips, and you got 200,000 chips at your table. You know, go there. Play premium hands until the dinner break, Brent. Premium hands. Don't get involved with ace jack and king 10 and small suited cards. Leave that to the professionals. You know what I'm saying? If you don't even play, I'll be honest with you, don't even play with pocket jacks. Just say for the first 2 hours, you're going to play with queens, kings, aces, ace king and ace queen suited. That's all. Ace jack, you're going to throw away. When you get those hands, play them super aggressive. You don't want, if you've got ace king, you don't need 9 other people in the pots with you, Brent. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of the people, you know what I mean? So try isolate a player. Try isolate a loose player who's not going to believe you, you know? Wait till you're in position. When you're out of position, don't even get involved in hands. When you've got position, and then play them aggressively. Come back from the break, put your extra 100,000 there, and then you've got an advantage. You know what I'm saying, Brent? And that's the way I would play. And all these oaks that are being nasty, let's see how funny they think it is, right? When you collect 400 on Sunday night, you know what I'm saying? That will be the funniest thing of the year, you know. Then you're going to get the call from Neil, how he coached you, and Mario because he told you what to do one night at Neil's house, and you know what I'm saying. I'll go there, stay in the moment. If things don't go right in hand, don't give away your chips. You know what I mean? If people want them, let them work hard for them, Brent.
Yeah, no, it's good advice. I mean, my weakness, I'll tell you, in poker generally has been my patience, Gary. I like to sit there, and it's good to go in with a strategy, as you say, like to only play certain hands into the break, because I tend to play like 6, 7, 8 hands, patience. Suddenly I'll get like a sort of, as you say, like a ace jack or something like that. And because it's so much better than what I've had for the previous 8 hands, I see it as a killer hand. Meanwhile, I've run into problems there. So no, I'm looking forward to it. Just the whole atmosphere and that. I haven't played a tournament in a long time, so yeah, I'm really, really excited for it. And certainly hoping to go certainly as deep as possible. A bit of coaching won't go amiss.
No, that's all good. I'm actually going to send a message now to Kayla, just so there's no mistakes, to say that you're in the tournament. Hold on 1 second, Jan. There can't be any drama. But you can carry on talking to me. I can definitely multitask. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%. So Gary, on this poker tournament, then what sort of? I mean, I'll obviously update things how they're going on Twitter, and I'll put the odd post on the Good for the Game forum
Yes.
thread, at the breaks and stuff like that. Is any other coverage? I know you guys have got quite, and Shuffle Up Poker have got an Instagram account. They normally post quite a few pics and that of what's going on.
Yeah. But there'll be a lot of that on our Instagram, and our Facebook is going to be a lot, and we're doing live updates from there. Hold on, just putting this here.
No problem. I'll just tell the guys, any latecomers to the show.
Shuffleuppoker.com or queen10.com. And we'll do it that way. And you'll definitely be involved in one of the early broadcasts. You'll be able to put it on Good for the Game when it's going to be up. Brent, what we'll probably do tomorrow,
no problem,
is record a lot of the interviews and everything, and then play it later probably at about 9 o'clock after the dinner break. So I would think that schedule yourself in the dinner break. You can break away from the food for 2 minutes and just have a little interview with one of my girls there. And you know what I mean? You give everybody, that will be the first real update. They'll see what you're looking like, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? You'll give them what it's like for the first 2 hours. And if you know what I mean, you've got no real insight into the poker, tell them what was for dinner. But you'll be okay,
Yeah, no, looking forward to that. I actually want to try something this weekend, perhaps. I've never ever been live on Twitter, but you can actually go live on Twitter as well. And we can maybe do a quick few, just, 30, 40 seconds, quick update every now and again on Twitter. Because guys tend to spend all their time on Twitter over the weekend as well. Probably more, I reckon, all of our guys. Twitter's really the place to be, And we'll put something there, but we'll tweet it. And as I say, going to be great fun. And I had a look. I think you got something like 12 tournaments over 8 days or something. And anybody in the Joburg area would be well advised. I mean, there's a few other ones. I actually had a look there. I mean, there's some ones with some fairly low buy-ins. I think like satellite events to win a ticket into the main event or something like that, Gary?
And we've got a free roll event as well, Brent, a proper free roll event. I just want to go into the site and see where that is. I just want to tell you a Twitter story now. So I have a mate, a very good friend of mine called Milton. I'm sure you've met Milton. You met Milton, my mate?
Oh, Milton, yes. Milton right. Maloon, is it?
Yes. You met Milton, right? So Milton goes to Sun City. As it turns out, he won the Pro-Am, right? Which is, great, for him, that's really nice. But what happens is, about 3 years ago, he's not the best loser in the world, Milton. Let me tell you a nice event, a 5,000 event on Saturday, the ladies and gentlemen. So it's all ladies and gentlemen over 18. I mean, gentlemen over 36. All ladies and gentlemen over 36 to give the ladies this little bit of a chance. We have a loyalty free roll satellite, Brent, that takes place on Thursday, the 21st November. It's literally for free, right? And we're going to give away, I think we guarantee 10 or 15 seats to the main event. It's going to be full. I'll keep 2 seats for the guys from Good for the Game if anybody wants to play. It costs nothing, and they can come. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at that one. And then, so there are 3 things. And let the guys come. I mean, get involved and see where it is. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? It really is. And let's see how it goes through your channels. And, hopefully you do well. You know what I mean? I think that you will. Why not? And if you do well, it's good for the poker game, right? Because then a lot of people there that are scared to come and don't think that they're great can come and have a gun. Even if you don't do well, you can get them to understand that it's not that frightening an experience, right? We've got great staff, you know what I mean? Great floor staff, great tournament director, Elio. You'll meet him, you know what I mean, from Italy, fantastic, one of the best tournament directors in the world. We got your mate Fish there, he's assistant tournament director, and you know how good Matt is, Brent.
Matt is top class, top class.
World class. And he only gets a position as assistant tournament director. So you must imagine how good Elia is. Nico, we will probably come here. We're looking at 1 or 2 of the smaller casinos in Cape Town to do something with them. We'll keep you posted with any updates there. But I do have friends here that put on some nice games in Cape Town. We can talk about that offline at some stage. Fish will be there. I mean, it's going to be a really nice occasion, you know what I mean? And then next Friday is the main event. I mean, it's 12 events. It's a lot of work. Just to come there and see the clockwork that we get everything to work with, Brent. There's often 4 tournaments going on at the same time, And at the same time as that, there's probably about 104 people asking me for credit. But that's okay, you know what I mean? We live with that as well. But, so I'm looking forward to, the first shuffle up and deal tomorrow. I'll let you in on the secret. That's going to be done by Henny Appel, you know what I mean? The defending champion tomorrow night. That's the story with that. I can't think of a hell of a lot else other than let's move on to the horse maybe, Brent. Just to touch on the soccer, I think last week we were spot on, Brent. If I remember correctly, I said that Liverpool would destroy City. And I said that Arsenal were going to get hiding from Leicester. You know what I'm saying? I definitely remember saying that, you know.
In fact, I played the bet I placed on your site, Gary, and it was just before kickoff. I followed one of our forum posters, Southpaw. He loves Liverpool over 1.5 goals. And you had just over even money on that. And I went on just before the kickoff, and it was beautiful. I think it arrived in 14 minutes or something like that.
And you know what I mean? What a couple of really good goals. You know what I'm saying? They really dominated. They, you know, in my newsletter that I sent out, it was before that game. And I said, no, there's no doubt that Liverpool will lead into Christmas. You know what I mean? But can they keep that going until May? And I think that we saw the answer last weekend, and that answer is yes. You know what I mean? They showed that they're dominating at this stage. And like I said, I really hope that, you know what I mean, Jurgen signs that shirt there today, and we can give it away to one of our loyal supporters next week, Brent.
Excellent. That would be great, Gary. And yeah, let's touch on the horse. I must say, I've been getting a lot of emails in. I need to coordinate a lot of them. Some guys want a full sort of 10 grand share. I've got a couple other guys that I'll be matching up. But it's growing nicely. And I'm sure if we close it off end of next week, we'll get a few more on board as well. And I think we can have a lot of fun with the horses. When do you think they're going to run? I mean, I know this is all up to the trainer, Lucky or Larkus and that, but when do you foresee them running for the first time?
They'll definitely run before the autumn comes, Brent. There's no doubt about that. You know what I'm saying? They'll run in the summer. Horses are still nice and wet and lush and that. I would hope that we start to see a little bit of action from them in, you know, towards the end of March and April, you know. I mean, just keep for Zach. Zach has to take 10 grand or nothing. He's not watching the show tonight, right? But that's where we are. Once tell him tomorrow that he can take it or not. I mean, I'll tell you, this is the most incredible thing. So I get this picture today from the trainer of, this isn't our horse that we bought, of another horse that I've got there, right, at Hoedelarkes. And she says to me, it's got a very unusual style for eating grass. Now, I mean, can you see that?
Let me take the comment down there.
I mean, fortunately, you guys aren't involved in this horse. This horse is called. But I mean,
I'll have guys retracting their emails very quickly if that were the case.
But I mean, she looks like a praying mantis. What chance have I got with her? You know what I mean? That wasn't the best purchase. I hope that the other ones we've got are going to be a lot more sort of. Look, if I own them, you'd expect them to be able to eat. But which I must just go to, Brent. So I finished my 3 weeks detox yesterday, right? I did 3 weeks. I never broke it once, Brent. I was an absolute machine. So I came in there at 9.8 kilos down. You know?
Right, excellent.
So that was good. And you know what I mean? I continued on today, back on now. I'm on a normal sort of eating plan, and everything's going well. I mean, yeah, I'm really happy with the results there. And, you know, hopefully I can keep that going, you know what I mean, and be down. I got to win my bet. I need to be down 36 kilos by the end of April. So it's only 27 to go. Yeah. I mean, I'll be okay, I think. You know what I'm saying, Brent? I think that it's hard. I mean, you know what it's like. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to get.
It's tough.
Pull off the wagon. You know what I'm saying? If you like food, you like food. I mean, I remember the last time you were in Cape Town, we went up the road to the burger place. And after we were there, the guy closed for 2 weeks and went on holiday, you know? But, you know, let's see. We'll keep going and see where we get to.
Excellent. Gary, well, I'm going to bring it to a close there. I am doing a rugby show tonight. It's going to be a very quick one as well. There's not a lot of rugby on. In fact, I'm only going to have one guest on. Brendan Wessels, a.k.a. the conductor, is going to be joining me. I can tell you this guy's passionate about his European rugby. I don't think he works. He's constantly looking at team selections and this and that. So it's honestly going to be a case of me conducting him through the games because I haven't really had a look, and I'll pick his one or two best bets and follow him this weekend. So we'll have that one at 9. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow night at Empress, guys. Get on there, take the shares in the horse. We're gonna have a hell of a lot of fun. And you know what I mean? I hope people show a little bit of faith, and you know what I mean? And you're in the tournament on Saturday afternoon. So but you know what I mean, Kevin, we're happy you enjoyed it, my mate. You guys will be able to see Brent tomorrow night on our live feed from Empress Palace, our live updates. Get on there probably at about 9 o'clock. And, you know, Brent, I'll see you tomorrow. Good luck. And, guys, have a great weekend, whatever you find to do to replace the sport. And we'll see you on Thursday night.
Excellent, Gary. See you tomorrow. Look forward to it. And thanks to all the boys in the live chat. It's been great having you on the show. I'll have quite a bit of admin to do on this one. Last chance, if any of you are not on to predict the finishing position, but I think all of you got on just scanning up the comments early. Not long to the start of the next show. We've got about 6 minutes to go. Join myself and Brendan Wessels, the conductor, as we take you through the European Champions Cup matches. He might also have some Challenge Cup bets. It'll be a pretty quick show. It'll just be Brendan, really. I haven't done too much homework on it, but look forward to seeing what his bets are. I know that he's got a couple up his sleeve and looking to bounce back from that cheater's disappointment. Thanks very much for watching. If you're new to the channel, go down and hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, we'll see you in 5 minutes.